All right, sing it. Welcome to Comically Gaming, episode 132.
What's up?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's happening?
Not much. We'll be covering the last week of February here in this episode. My week was pretty decent for I actually beat 2 games. The first 2 games I beat of the year. Way behind status quo of last year. I think I had beaten about 20 by this time last year. But yeah, beat Far Cry 5 and Blue Reflection. I've streamed both of those.
Yeah.
We've all seen them. I really like both of them. Far Cry, I would give an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I really like playing it, and the story wasn't too solid, and there were certain things, basically story stuff, that I wasn't crazy about. I really liked the villains were all super cool, and all their traits and the different things about them were really awesome. But the overall story really wasn't that great, in my opinion. But the game, it was the first Far Cry I played, and I'm gonna probably try and play all of them now, because it's really the only open world first person shooter like that I can even think of. Destiny wasn't really open world. Division 2 and Anthem, not the same. Those are third person. Like, there's not really, I guess, Borderlands maybe, but Borderlands is still really different.
We talked about that. Borderlands still has zones.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I really liked it. A great game. Enough that I bought New Dawn, which I'll talk about in a second. But Blue Reflection, I give probably a 7 out of 10. I really liked it, but it was a quality anime game. A lot of those are pretty garbage, and that one was a step above the rest, and I'm into that shit, so I liked it.
What makes it step above?
Just the detail. There's a lot of different characters, and it has good voice acting, and the graphics are better, and it doesn't seem like a cheap made game. Like, a lot of them, like, if you play any of the Neptune games, they're not good, but this actually seems like they put time into it and put some money into it and stuff, and overall it's a magical girl anime game, so if that's not your thing, you're not gonna like it, obviously, but I liked it.
A little bit better.
Yeah. And then so I started playing New Dawn since I beat Far Cry 5, which is also really cool. I like all the neon stuff's great. It's more Far Cry. It's I'm not sure if I like the way, like, you get crafting materials instead of money and stuff, because it's if you've seen the trailer, it's post-apocalypse or whatever, so money doesn't really have value. So it's all about crafting in it. So that's pretty different from Far Cry 5, but I'm really digging it so far. Other than that, I bought Thronebreaker.
Hold on. How about the controversy with Far Cry 5 that I kept on arguing, Jeff, even though I'd never played the game? Now that you beat the game...
That's on his perspective, though. That's all about perspective.
Well, that's why I'm asking him. Now that you beat the game...
No, because that's sort of a biased perspective, because you're related.
What?
I agree with Jeff. There is more than... It doesn't ruin the game to know what happens, but it is.
Does it ruin the story? Does it ruin the story? Is the question.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
It doesn't ruin all of the story, but it's the main thing that happens at the end.
Yes, it's the biggest part of the story.
It's the conclusion to the game.
Jeff, you're rolling your eyes. What's more of a part of the story?
I'm not going to spoil it because
We'll have to have the spoilers. We're
Moving
never
on.
going to be able to talk about it. So other than that, I bought Thronebreaker, the Witcher Tales, the card game
Played it yet?
/ RPG. Yeah, it looks like Nate did too. The notes here. But it's I didn't play too much. I probably played a half hour because I want to play that after New Dawn. I want to try and beat New Dawn first, and then I'm gonna do Thronebreaker. But it was
Tell
just
me tell me if Thronebreaker is good, because I mean, obviously, I would jump into that, but I don't know what kind of game it is.
I mean, it's a card game. It's they have Gwent, which is strictly a card. This is a card game with what it seems like to me is a bunch of Witcher lore and dialogue in between the battles, and then there's like a map that you run around in between the battles as well and pick up items and stuff and to recruit new cards and stuff. It seems cool so far. I honestly really can't give an opinion on it. I mean, it's I love The Witcher, so
Is Gwent hard to learn?
Not at all.
Okay.
I have to say, from my time playing it, Corey, I disagree. I think it blew me away. I could not. I was expecting. I played it for like an hour, and I was expecting it to be Gwent cutscene. It's way more than that.
I mean, I'm
so
still
cool.
tutorial, basically.
Yeah, but even in that first tutorial, like, they have like full-on real cutscenes, and then they go to like characters talking to each other where you can actually choose dialogue. Then they go to the map that you run around that feels like Divinity or whatnot, where you're recruiting people and finding resources and stuff like that. And then they go into Gwent. Like, I was really impressed. It definitely does a lot more than I expected it to, and all the reviews on it. I don't know what it has on Metacritic, but it's super high. Yeah, super high. Right, it's in the 90s. So, and everybody talks about how the story is the best part of it. Right. So yeah, it got me pumped up. Once I beat Spider-Man, I'm going to go all out on Witcher. I'm going to finish the DLC I didn't finish, and I'm going to play that game too. It got me pumped up.
I definitely want to play it. It does seem more up your alley. You're more of a lore guy than me and stuff, and it's all about that. And the gameplay itself is a card game, so it seems a little boring to me. But
sure.
But I definitely want to play it. I love The Witcher, so I'm going to play it. Other than that, we played some more Anthem last night. Had a great time. Played the Division beta for the stream. That seems dope. And then I watched some Umbrella Academy, which we'll be talking about in our spoilers section. So that was my week. What about you?
Can we before we move on? You just glossed over Anthem in the Division 2? Like, I feel like we need to talk about both those things for a second.
All right.
Like, Anthem continues to be awesome in my experience. Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, like, I have never seen ever a game that is it's got such, like, every podcast I listen to, every review that I see is negative on it. Everyone. And every person that I talk to in real life that plays it loves it. It's like, It's really weird. It's almost like there's like this media bend on it that's like trying to wreck it, because I talk at work, there's like 4 other guys that I work with who have it, and everybody loves it. Nobody has a negative thing to say about it. But weird. Everything that I read online or all the podcasts that I listen to are super critical of it. I don't get it.
Same thing happened with that James Cameron movie that just came out about the anime, about the
Alita battle.
It gets, and the audience score is given like 98%, critics like 60. So it's
depends on which critics are watching it, though.
Right.
Yeah, Metacritic is all of them. Like,
Metacritic. It's that's from the average website. So
I mean, I haven't seen Alita yet, and I want to, because the last trailer I saw for it actually got me hyped to see it, because the original. I'm
curious now.
The preview trailers were not that good for that movie. It was kind of,
I agree,
like, mediocre. But when I watched this last one, I think when I saw Bumblebee back in December, I was like, wow, I actually want to watch this movie now. Yeah,
what I hear, it's really cool to watch. Too much action, which critics don't like. Maybe it's the same thing with Anthem. Like, maybe the story isn't awesome in Anthem, but I've had a really fun time playing with you and Oliver and Bird.
Definitely,
it's really fun.
Yeah, and then the Division 2. I mean, I thought that was awesome too. We just did it on the stream tonight for the first time. That beta, like, I'm sold. Do you guys agree?
I'm sold.
I really didn't have a question before, but I again, it kind of exceeded my expectations, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, if you're sold, I'm sold.
I'm actually thinking about just buying a pre-order and going for it.
Yeah, totally.
Any game that I know I'm going to buy, I'll pre-order it just for the stupid few little bonuses you get.
Right.
But I liked it. It seems like the Division except a little more life, more greenery, more the colonies are built up and stuff. So
yeah, and it's like everything's kind of more overgrown because it's so much farther after when the first game took place.
Right.
It has that little the post-apocalyptic feel to it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I just wanted to, when you just like lanced over those two, I was like, hold on, we got to chat up those for a second.
It's
like the biggest two things in video games right now.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Dirk, you're up.
What's up?
Yeah. What's up? We got Mardi Gras going on.
Nice. That's hot.
Worked on that
like
this weekend. City is it's a little more nefarious this year and a little more packed. It's a little more packed every year, but it's
why do you say nefarious?
Just some dark stuff happening out there. I won't go into detail, but it's weird. I'm pretty much like staying in my house and just letting it all pass me by.
I think dark stuff always happens at Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it feels a little bit darker this year. Like we had some stuff happen there. I'll talk to y'all guys outside of the show.
Okay, all right.
But yeah. Anyway, but otherwise, Mardi Gras Day is always a fun thing. We dress up. It's usually like a walking parade. You walk through the Bywater and the Marigny down to downtown. So, and we always have fun. And it's not full of crazy drunk people. I mean, people get drunk, but it's not like the focus of it. Like people, right. It's a lot more fun than people imagine. Like if you stay away from bourbon and the French Quarter, you're good.
That's what. Derek, I just wanted to just jump on that for just a second. Like that's the whole thing. Is like the average American tourist who thinks of Mardi Gras, they go watch some parades and go to Bourbon Street, and that is not the New Orleans Mardi Gras, right?
No.
Like the New Orleans Mardi Gras, you hang out in neighborhoods and it gets crazy, right? Like
there's about
in an awesome way. Like
yes, there's like at least 15 other things happening citywide, not connected to Bourbon Street, or not connected to beads. Or purple, gold, and green.
Yeah,
like it's there's just tons of stuff going. It's awesome, and it starts, Friday night. Well, I guess it's past Thursday, all the way into Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we actually have off work. So
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, everybody does. Yeah.
Yeah. So otherwise, I broke my my vow to not read as many comics this year. And I went back with my tail between my legs to read comics again. I actually, Venom continues to be awesome. I think he's about to wrap up the big arc. They're on number 11 right now. Gideon Falls, the latest issue is fucking incredible. I mean, like, it really ties it together. It's absolutely the best issue thus far. And the art is one of the best single issues of art in the medium that I've ever seen. I mean,
that's
hands
awesome.
Down. Yeah.
Is that number 11?
Number 11, yeah. And I think, you can finally see, like, all the stuff that he laid out up to this point starting to, like, come together. And you're like, oh, my God. There's, like, revelations from earlier pieces of the story, and you're seeing things, and you're like, holy crap. Jeff Lemire is just an awesome writer. Magic Order 6 was incredible. That wrapped up.
Oh, shit.
That
came out?
Yeah. That was the last one, and just awesome, man. Mark Millar is great.
Good?
Yeah,
That's
totally.
Cool.
I'm going to get the collected when it drops.
Yeah, I will too.
And then I read Guardians of the Galaxy number 2. This is the new team. So Donny Cates, who's writing Venom, just took over. And the new team is Star-Lord and Groot. That's the only two from the original team. I think we might have talked about this on the show. Cosmic Ghost Rider's in it.
Oh, yeah.
Beta Ray Bill from the Thor. If you know Beta Ray Bill,
yeah, I know.
the horse dude,
Yeah.
He's like a horse store. And then Nova. So that's the new team. But Donny Cates is awesome. And it's definitely like, it's funny, but it's also way darker than they've done Guardians in the past. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there's drama with those other characters that are not on the team anymore, and it kind of focuses around that. And
Rocket, huh? Rocket and Groot split up.
Yeah, there's no Rocket. I don't want to say what happens. I think it's a big mystery, but yeah, Rocket's not there. And Groot is like just a straight asshole now. He's like, he speaks in full sentences, and he's really demeaning to people. It's crazy. And then the last thing is I've been swimming in D&D. Otherwise, I'm jumping back between Ravnica and reading more Curse of Strahd. And then in the process of reading Curse of Strahd, I found out that there's this guy named Leonaru. He's an author on DM's Guild, and he took all of the 2E Monstrous Compendiums and updated them to 5E. So in 2E, Jeff remembers this, each campaign setting had its own monster manual for that world, which made just a ton of like material to choose from for your world, because each one had its own. So this guy went back and just updated them for all the campaign settings that are current in 5e. So I got the Ravenloft Bestiary, and it's crazy. It's
Nice.
awesome. It's totally awesome. So
is it just like a PDF that you have, or?
Yeah, it's just a PDF. I would get it hard copy, but he only has it in PDF. But
You should get on Drive Through RPG.
Yeah.
There's websites that'll make any PDFs into books for you.
Yeah, that's what Drive Through RPG knows.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if they have it. I know it's only on DM's Guild right now, but if they can do it, that would be sweet. Because there's Ravenloft Bestiary.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And it's over 300 monsters just for Ravenloft.
Jeez.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's sweet. So
we've ran into like 20 of them.
Yeah. No, I mean it's it's forcing me to like redefine my adventures a little bit, so it's cool. I like it. That was my week, Jeff.
Wow, sweet.
Curveball.
So it's not a big curveball. It was I did my second session of D&D this week.
Yeah, you did.
That was interesting.
That was awesome.
I got to learn a battle system because I pretty much was winging it.
It seems similar, I mean, to an extent, right?
Oh, no, well, I wasn't using it. I was just... We were doing it pretty manual because I'd written down everyone's initiatives and then I'd scan it in order. And so
you have a tracker that you use?
There's a combat tracker in that Fantasy Grounds. But
okay,
I haven't
for the
played with it much. I haven't played with it that much, but
yeah,
next time I will because it's gonna get detailed. And
yeah, I'm ready.
And then I mean I've been pretty busy this week. This week was not a good week, but I did. I spent more time with my son. We've been playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Switch, and
nice.
He likes to unlock fighters, and I let him just grind. And then I went and fought what I thought was the final boss that kicks off the whole storyline. Yeah, he's not the final boss. I don't know who the final boss is, but doing that. And then played a little bit of Division 2 tonight with everybody. And like we all said, probably going to buy it. Well, I'm going to buy it, not probably. And
sweet.
And I played a little bit of New Dawn, but I didn't have that much time.
Sorry for giving you a hard time.
Ah, no, don't worry about that. It was just
I had to. I felt obligated.
Quiet, I'm busy. But yeah.
I understand.
Smash Bros. is fun. It's fun. I like playing Samus I play as Samus Aran because she has that screw attack. And that's just.
Oh yeah.
All right, so everybody, we already discussed the video games that I played this week, so I won't hit those up. In D&D, I'm really enjoying the cadence of our game where we play once a month for 6 hours because it allows me to just kind of chill and work on it a little bit each night. Like when we were doing every other week, it was like that week, the week going up to it, you just have to work on it in every spare minute that you have, right? And so I like this, having a month to just kind of, when I get a spare hour here or there, kind of work on it a little bit, and then I think I'll still have a good amount of prep when I actually go. So it's just so fun for me, especially since I bought the Roll20 pack and kind of matching up what's in the book with that and everything. Like I just love setting it up. Like to me, that's as fun as playing it. Like the being the DM prep stuff is fun to me.
I love it too. And those long sessions are sweet. And I want to keep playing the whole day. Like people talk about playing 12 hours and not sleeping and stuff. Like I never experienced that, but I get it after we play these 6-7 hour sessions.
Yes.
I can totally keep playing.
Absolutely.
Whatever, I'll order food and eat it while we're playing, and we'll just keep going.
Totally. Totally. Yeah, and then a couple things with TV. Deadwood, I finally finished season 1 of Deadwood, and it's fantastic. Got a couple episodes into season 2, and season 2 picks up like strong, like really strong right off the bat too. So just loving Deadwood. Can't believe that they're introducing even more famous actors that I know from other shows in season 2 now. Like when Skyler showed up from Breaking Bad, I was like, "Whoa, okay, that's crazy. That breaks out of the mold, absolutely." And yeah, just digging it, really digging it. Loving Deadwood a lot. I'm really enjoying taking my time through it, and can't wait to be disappointed with the ending. So we'll see what happens with that. And then finished True Detective season 3. Unfortunately, I'm here to report it's awful. When I first started watching it, I was very excited about it on the show and whatnot. And essentially, the two main actors, they, without spoiling anything about the story, they play themselves in 3 different ages throughout the whole show. Yeah, and it bounces back and forth between that, and they do a very good job of it. They are the best part of the show. Like in the first few episodes, that their acting jobs kind of blew me away and really sucked me in. And that doesn't get worse. Like it's still worth it just to watch them. But man, when the credits rolled in the final episode, my wife said, "I am never watching True Detective again," and I agree. Like I was really disappointed. I was hoping that the ending would like pull together something cool, and it did not. It's very disappointing to me.
Yeah.
So yeah. That was our week.
News of the week. All right. It's the news of the week. That's all I've been waiting for. Number 5. This one, Nate, why don't you lead it? Nate sent this to me and I watched it and it was fucking amazing.
So, well, just Topher Grace edited all the Star Wars movies together into this 10-minute thing.
Fez, right?
What's that?
Fez, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. In particular, the music is great.
Yeah.
Like how he mixes all the music through all the different movies, and even the solo music, which I wasn't a huge fan of, like the way that he mixes it in when it happens, and then he has the old Han Solo footage in the middle of it. Like it is just really the bomb. Yeah. If you want to get psyched up about Star Wars, go watch this trailer.
They should play that. They should play this trailer before they play the trailer for episode 9.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
They should.
Like, they really should, because it's awesome. It's all you need to see too. Like, I mean, it's not all you need to see, but it was really cool.
And all the prequel footage in it even was great. Like they picked the perfect spots for everything. It was just really, really cool. It just like I say, we're in this age of Star Wars where like the internet is like in this battle about like the old grumpy people who don't like this or that about it. Like put all that out of your mind and watch this trailer and just get excited about some Star Wars. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome. It was.
D&D, I don't know if Wizards is actually releasing this, but earlier this week, comic book writer Zim Zub is helming a new series of D&D books aimed towards middle schoolers to get them into basically, sounds like creating characters and just getting them into the games. Basically, D&D books
for middle schoolers.
For middle schoolers, for young adults.
So breaking news, they just updated it to 4. There's going to be 4 different guides.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it is, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I understand, it is from Wizards, but they're farming out the actual publishing of the books. Like, they're not publishing it along with all their other stuff. They're working on Ghost of Saltmarsh and their main books. So they farmed this work out, but it is official. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not just like some fan made thing.
And then the other 2 are Dungeons and Tombs and Wizards and Spells.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So they took
awesome.
the old school stuff and basically rewrote it for. It's weird though. For young, like they're targeting middle school students.
Yeah,
I didn't have that when I was in middle school because I had 2E. Had to figure that shit out myself.
It's super smart.
It is smart. Yeah, it's brilliant.
With this and the Stranger Things, like they're not just like satisfied with their current growth. They're like they're thinking like, what else can we do? Right?
They're going for the prize, man. Yeah. Start them young, farm them.
Right.
Well, and they need to aim stuff. In your day, they didn't have Fortnite. So
right.
Went to the library and read books and shit.
Yeah. So now they need to actually aim it towards them, and that makes sense.
It's fantastic. I love that.
I think there's also the cover art is really super cool. I like it better than the current 5e cover art stuff. Like just the style of it and the layout and everything is really cool.
Yeah, also not just for younger kids, but people that have no idea what D&D is or how to play it, that aren't numbers people, that are looking to start playing. I think it could work for people like that.
I bet a lot of adults who, their kids read it, they'll pick it up and read it too, just for the fuck of it.
I don't know. We'll see. It says it's for young adults. Like I wouldn't pick up other books around my house that are for young adults. Like,
well, there you go. So is Harry Potter. And
I wouldn't pick up Harry Potter either.
Hey, I'm just saying, there's a lot of older people that I know people. I specifically know people that this would apply to, because the other stuff might be too overwhelming for them, initially. So.
Yeah. Let's just see what it's like. Like to me, like is it simplified rules and stuff? Like are these rule books? Like we'll have to see how they're written when they come out. Like I plan on getting them especially I've got a 11-year-old that's really excited about D&D right now, so I think they would be right up his alley, and I'll check them out. But it's interesting. Like, does it mesh with 5e? If somebody just grabbed these books and showed up at one of our games, would they know enough? Like, I'm interested to see how it's written.
Well, it mentions that it says it focuses on the key aspects of D&D and shows young players or new players of any age. So.
Right, but I'm just wondering, what does that mean? Like, as far as, because you know how crazy the raw and stuff it gets. Like,
well, yeah.
Is this just simplified stuff, or is this more just straight role playing with like take the rules and stuff out of it and just
I don't know.
That's
a good question.
No, I don't think so, because this series is called Dungeons and Dragons, or the D&D Young Adventurers Guides. Like that doesn't sound like a campaign. That sounds like.
Oh, I don't think he means campaign, but like. He's saying, is it just...
Oh, it's simplified.
Yeah, just like straight role-playing versus minutia with numbers and that kind of stuff.
Right, exactly.
Right, I get you now, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. That'll lead us into number 3. Go ahead, Dirk.
Yeah. Dungeons & Dragons releases the long-awaited revised Artificer class for playtesting. They dropped it February 28th. So if you remember, they went without an Unearthed Arcana in January. They said they skipped it because they release one every month, and they said we're going to release it in February because we're spending a lot of time on this. They waited all the way until the last day of February and dropped it. That being said, I made an NPC, an artificer, an artiller. I don't remember the name.
Auxiliary, or something like that.
Yeah.
Artillerist.
Yeah, artillerist. Yeah. So I made one.
You get a little drone, right?
Cool. Huh?
Will you get a little drone thing? It spits acid and stuff?
No, that's the alchemist with the tiny homunculus.
That's one of the other subclasses.
Yeah, that's the alchemist subclass.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. The thing is, I'm not gonna know, how it plays and what to really do with them unless I put them in some action.
Yeah.
But on paper, right now, it looks pretty solid.
They're guns, right? They use guns.
Yeah.
Well,
Magic.
The artillerist basically is what the gunsmith was, but they changed it up. But what I like is that you can now replicate magic items.
Yes.
And store spells and
cool
non-magical items.
Yeah. You can make stuff on the fly also, right?
Yeah.
Like super quick.
What?
D&D noob here. I still have no idea what it is from everything that you all just said. Like, what is an artillerist? Like,
they're like a tinkerer that uses like weapons and stuff.
Yeah, they
like
specialize in gadgets, basically infused with magic to some extent.
It's
some
more
of them.
the steampunk kind of flavor to Eberron.
Yeah.
do they have spells? Are they spellcasters?
They are. But
So they're spellcasters and they have weapons.
Well,
Reduced
those are
spellcasting.
subclasses. They're subclasses.
Yeah.
The gunsmith or artillerist and then the alchemist. But basically, they're like the reverse engineer of magic.
It sounds like their guns will work like ranged magic attacks.
Yeah.
I would guess.
Yeah, but they're not just gunsmith like that. Like he said, that's just a subclass. They're really focused on building devices to use in an offensive setting or a defensive, I imagine. They're just, and it's a new class altogether. That's why that's what makes it a big deal. Is you have a million subclasses that you're going to add, but there's only one extra class outside of what's in the PHB here. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, for sure. Number 2. Biggest news of the week. Didn't quite make it to number 1 because there's some haters in the show, but Pokemon.
Pokemon draft,
and protect. Sword and Shield.
Did you watch the whole direct?
Yeah, I watched the whole direct. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to talk about it. I'm excited for it.
So what do you think? What do you think of from everything that you saw? Like, it seems like the Pokemon fanatics that I know are very kind of like, yeah, it looks like Pokemon for the Switch. Like I was hoping for more. It's not, but I want Pokemon on the Switch. I'm going to get both copies or whatever. Like,
I totally agree. And that's what it sounds like from who I've been talking to as well. I'm hyped for it. I'm just hyped that it's a HD Pokemon that I can play on my console on my TV. The environments look cool. Everything looks vamped up, but it's still Pokemon. Thing is, if they made a bunch of big changes, all those same people would be like, "Oh, what the fuck? This isn't the original Pokemon anymore." Yeah. You're right. So, yeah, they could have done more, but they're sticking to the roots because that's what works. And I'm just glad it's on Switch, and I have a Switch, and I can play it on the go, and I can play it at my house, and I don't have to sit there staring at my tiny 3DS because I have bad vision. And I can play it on my TV, and it looks awesome. It looks like Pokemon, basically, is what it looks like. But it looks like the next Pokemon, so I'm hyped for it. A lot of people are saying, yeah, they wish it would have done more, but what more do you want? What do you want? So, number 1. This one was kind of like low in votes, but it made it to #1 because we all voted on it.
I didn't.
I actually really did. You hear all the Captain Marvel shit? Anyway, #1, Rotten Tomatoes changed their basically because of Captain Marvel, in my opinion.
And
they
Star
changed
Wars
their,
also.
Yeah, people on Rotten Tomatoes have been trying to pan movies before they come out. So they introduced a new rule that they're not allowing reviews before movies come out anymore, because there's a ton. If you go on Reddit, everybody's anti-Captain Marvel right now. All the fanboys, at least, because apparently the Brie Larson. Some people think she's too SJW or putting down men or something like that, and so now all the Reddit users are going on Rotten Tomatoes and giving it shit reviews. And they're trying to intentionally bomb the movie before it's even released, which is stupid. They shouldn't. That shouldn't affect, because that movie looks badass in my opinion, and I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks online.
Yeah, I love the three scroll war has nothing to do with what's going on outside of
right.
And that's the thing. That's why they took it away, is because people were confusing the want to see rating as the actual fan average rating for the movies. And
no, that's not true. No, they're review bombing it on purpose.
That's what it said in the article. That's what I read.
People aren't confusing it. They're purposely trying to change it.
Oh, no,
They're
they
doing
said
it on
people were
purpose.
confusing it. I think that's just the corporate way of saying that you're trolling the shit out of it.
People are trolling it. That's exactly.
Well,
that's the
what they
corporate
do
way
on
of
the
saying
internet.
it. Yeah.
Is people want to troll everything because you don't know who they are, and so they can get away with it.
I think lately it's actually been affecting movie sales, and these people are kind of winning with their stupid ass, bombing movies and shit. So they should try and stop that. I agree with them doing that. Whatever, stop that shit. I don't like it.
Well, that's why I use this show, and I'll say it on this show, for my not love of Mario. Because you know who I am.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess I got two quick things to say. Well, they won't be quick, but I got two things to say about it. Is I don't understand why people are just gonna. These same people are gonna bomb it the first day they can.
Yeah.
Whenever that day is.
Yep.
So putting it off until the release date doesn't change anything. And I just wanted to correct just the one thing that you said is you acted like, I forget what you said there, but basically that she's hating on men. She didn't do that.
That's what people are acting like she's saying. I wasn't saying she was saying that.
And she didn't. If you follow the controversy through, she was never negative towards men, right? She was never even right. And so the people that are doing this are like the people who are crazy about politics. It's not the people that like Marvel movies or Marvel properties, right? And so it's whatever. I just wanted to just say for the record, all that stuff is bullshit. And just like Dirk says, if your politics are investing you to get online and trash a Marvel story, get the fuck out of here. That's not what this is about, right?
It's not just politics, though. It's Reddit as well. Reddit is a huge community, and they're not being political at all. Those are just a bunch of dudes.
No, but in this case, they're hating based on political reasons.
Right. But, I hang out with someone who's deep in the Reddit community, so I have he's all I'm totally for feminism, but not new feminism where they try to bring down the men.
Like Zach.
That's politics. That's politics again.
Yeah. So I sort of made the personal decision. I want to go to base it on its own merits without all the cloud that surrounds it. I just want to watch the film and decide if I like it or not. And I want to see some scrolls and see what happens with the freaking cat. Okay.
That's the way I'm going into it.
Yeah, totally. That is exactly my second point. Is the people that are dissing this are the people who are dissing it based on politics, and fuck them. Like, who gives a shit, right? Like,
Yes.
that's the farthest thing from my mind.
As I get older. Yeah, exactly. I just care less and less about all the noise outside of it.
Well, and I don't read the reviews on movies before I go see a movie. I never do that, and that's why I wish that they would keep a 30-second trailers, because I'm tired of these 2-minute trailers that can like spoil a whole movie plot line if it's not done properly.
Yeah, but this one, I don't read reviews either, but this one was all the headlines for the past week, so you couldn't avoid it.
Well, I avoided it because I barely knew what you were talking about.
You avoided everything, though. You avoided us.
I didn't avoid you guys. You guys were talking. From Tuesday to Friday, it was radio silent.
All right. On to our hot topic of the month. Basically, I just week. Hot topic of the week. I kind of winged this one because I had no hot topics, and then all of a sudden 3 trailers that are relevant to our show dropped within the week. So it came to me in a dream. This is,
like an airmail dream.
So we, one that I don't really remember very well. But, so we, I guess first off, Jeff's gonna sit this one out. Detective Pikachu. What's the Ryan Reynolds teaser?
We kind of talk about spoilers, right? Like, we kind of talk spoilers about trailers.
We do.
Right? So the stuff.
Trailer spoilers.
Yeah, right.
Just so you know, if you're trying to avoid everything, don't watch this. It's gonna be hopefully a 10-minute segment.
Yeah. I want to also throw out that I fucking hate the trailer now.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that happened in the past couple months? Every trailer's
for
got
Ryan Reynolds.
2 seconds thing. Well, that wasn't a trailer. The Pikachu one had it.
Right.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the stupidest shit ever. The trailers have been
The Hellboy one did that.
I don't need. They all do it now. Yeah. Everyone does it.
Weird.
Stupid.
It's like
I'm watching the trailer.
Trying to hype you for the next minute and a half you're about to watch.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's really stupid.
Anyways, Detective Pikachu, I'm trying to not be hyped for this, but
I'm the same.
It's not working. I'm watching and I'm like, oh shit, this is fucking awesome. Like all the different Pokemon they're throwing in there now. I mean, first off, Ryan Reynolds is fucking hilarious with his teaser the day before that came out.
With his wife.
His wife. Yeah.
So
he left his kids at school, and he's a funny motherfucker.
I love that when she was too. When she was like, he's talking all about how like he's getting into the character of Pikachu and stuff, and it cuts to her, and she's like, he didn't even change his voice.
Yeah,
it just sounds like him.
So funny. That was great. I loved it. And then I get more hyped. You see Lucario, the bartender?
Yes.
He says, Lucario!
Yeah. Yeah, they dropped so many Pokemon in that trailer that I couldn't help but get hyped about it either. That's the same thing. I couldn't
catch them all. I honestly wanted to pause it every 5 seconds to try and catch all the Pokemon.
You gotta catch them all, dude.
Got you.
But you're right. Ultimately, it looks awesome. It continues to look awesome. And yeah, I had that same thing where I was like, okay, this is going to be stupid. There's a lot of movies coming out this year. I don't want to see this. And then I watched it, and I'm like, okay, I'm in.
And isn't that made like the Emoji Movie and Sonic?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
that's a terrible movie.
You are correct.
You're correct. I'm just gonna predict right now, Sonic's gonna be a terrible movie. It's just legs, you know enough. But looks great. Next one, X-Men: Dark Phoenix. How do you guys feel about it?
It looks really good, I think.
Yeah, it's the first one in the last three. Like, I mean, it's no secret that I'm not a fan. I'm not crazy about the last, like, Apocalypse or Future Past before that. But this one, I maybe it's because I love the Dark Phoenix saga. Partially, also, I did read that Simon Kinberg is directing this. He's only done writing and producing on the previous ones, but this is the first time that Bryan Singer is not involved.
Oh, okay.
And I think that might be a good thing. It needs
fresh blood. It needs
Yes.
a fresh perspective.
And also Sansa Stark looks good.
Yeah, I like Sansa playing Jean Grey, but I don't like Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique. I don't.
You don't like Professor X either, right?
I don't like that. I don't like the X because I'm used to Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, but he's been Xavier for the past 3 movies. I'm
gonna give it a shot.
I'm part of the minority. It seems like I really like the X-Men movies. I mean, they are a tier below the Marvel movie, the MCU, but I consider them above the DC.
It's kind of split. There's a lot of people that like them.
I think they're average. They're not great. They're not terrible. They're average. Sansa Stark was terrible in the last movie. If you guys didn't see that, like she's not a great actor. She doesn't have reach or whatnot. Like she acts exactly like she does in Game of Thrones in that last movie. And no, that's not what I was saying. But they kind of I don't know. Like I'm with Corey. I tend to like. I don't know, me and you had a little mini argument on the internet about the fact that I enjoy bad superhero movies. Like, even the bad ones I enjoy. I enjoyed the Fantastic Four movies. Like, I can
like Deadpool too.
That's enough of that. But any of them, I just like watching the special effects and the pop culture characters that I grew up with, right? And that is enough, even when the story's terrible and everything else. And these X-Men movies are like a step better than that.
Yeah.
So I'll watch it.
What about Storm? Was Storm in the last one?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not Halle Berry.
I don't see any new people. I don't see any new people in this one.
Okay.
They're all in Apocalypse.
Any of these new ones.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's all the young. These are all the characters from First Class, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the fourth movie of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the third trailer, I'm interested to see what you guys want to say about this because we've been avoiding it. I'm feeling it.
I totally
think it looks cool as fuck.
It looks lame as fuck is what it is.
I haven't talked to any of you guys about it, including my brother, Jeff. There's no family ties here. I think it looks sick as fuck. It looks brutal, and it looks super fantastical when he's fighting that huge fucking Cyclops dude or giant dude and stuff. Like, it looks really cool. I want to see it, and I don't care about Hellboy. I'm with you, Dirk. Like, I liked the first 2 movies, but I'm not a Hellboy fan. But that trailer got me hyped. It's
gonna be hard for me because Del Toro did those, and I'm gonna try not to judge it against that.
Was it Guillermo del Toro that did the first? Yeah.
Yeah,
and Del Toro.
That's hey, gotta give him full credit.
No, but I mean, I really like those first 2, like a lot, and it's gonna be like I know it's the guy from Stranger Things. I forgot his name. David.
Yes.
Something.
Hayter.
Also, the dude from Deadwood.
David Hayter.
The bartender from Deadwood's in it.
I'm curious. The jury is going to be still out. Like, I'm going to give it a shot. I can't vouch that I'm not going to judge it against those first 2, but I'm going to try it.
So I think, Dirk, like, for me, like, the first 2, the only good things about them was the Del Toro direction of it. Like, the fact that it all the creatures and everything were very Del Toro-ish, right? And in this clearly draws inspiration from that. Like, they're not trying to do something new. They're trying to keep with that tone. You know what I mean? That monster that knocks over the London Bridge and stuff, that looks like he's out of a Del Toro movie. You know, he absolutely has kind of similar whatever style to it and stuff.
I hope so.
Yeah, and just like Detective Pikachu, this is another movie that a week ago I was saying, like, I was looking at the list of movies coming out this year for our shows and what we're going to talk about, and I was like, I'm probably not going to see Hellboy. And then I watched this trailer and I'm like, fuck, I'm going to see Detective Pikachu and Hellboy too. I guess I don't have a choice. I'm watching all this stuff because they all look great.
I'm going to give it a shot. Because it's Hellboy. I love Mike Mignola. I mean, the comic is great. There's a lot of material to choose from for the movie. So, I mean, I'm going to give it a shot.
All right. Let's look for in your future spoilers, Hellboy.
Yeah.
And that's it. That was your hot topic.
Hot topic.
Check out our buddies over at Mutiny Info Cafe, where they not only have a great selection of used books, records, and great coffee, but they also have a fantastic selection of new and used comics, graphic novels, records, more. Denver, they're in Denver, on the corner of Broadway and Ellsworth. You know what else they got over there? They just got 2 weeks ago?
Pinball.
D&D pinball.
What?
Dungeons and Dragons pinball table. Yep.
Go there.
Yeah. You won't be able to play it online, but go to mutinyinfocafe.com.
All right, sing it.
Do me, baby.
The time was 6 o'clock on the watch. No time to chill. Got a date. Can't be late. Hey, the girl is gonna do it.
Night. You can do
to the jacuzzi. Ooh.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for the YouTube Community Corner. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. This is where we give the love back. I say the same thing every time. These are some great channels that help out other people on YouTube. They subscribe to us. We subscribe to them.
We love y'all.
They're cool people. I got Queen of the Mansion, OP.
This week I got Ebiday and Snooty Beans.
I'm going to follow it up and end it with Lord Vex, the Survivor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Y'all are great.
You guys are really good people. And so now, if you haven't seen our shows before, it's time for the coveted award, the name of the week. And you get platinum if you get all of us. Gold.
Diamond rings.
Gold, silver. You'll see. I'm gonna go with
Snooty Beans.
Snooty Beans.
Same.
Yeah, Snooty Beans it is.
Platinum.
Platinum.
Flat.
I didn't even need to explain anything else. Snooty Beans. Congrats.
You are the
Put
platinum
it on
name
your
of the
shelf.
week.
Treasure it for your life. Thank you. Also, the people on the stream didn't put it down here, so I'm going to try and remember it. Maverick, Captain Emo,
Zombified.
Ryan. Zombified was there right away. Ryan.
Zombified the whole show.
Yeah.
Yes, she sent us her cookie pictures. She was great.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you, Zombified. We love you.
Awesome.
She is great.
And I think Dirk and Nate and Jeff were on there as well.
Yeah.
So
I'll like those cookies.
turned out to be pretty good stream. Yeah, send me some cookies. I'm in Michigan. It's legal. Thanks. That's your YouTube Community Corner. Later.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this show. We really appreciate it. We are about to go full spoilers on the Umbrella Academy Episode 1. So if you have not seen that yet, you'll want to check out before the full spoiler conversation. Come back after you've watched it to check it out. That being said, next week we're going to spoil Captain Marvel, right? Captain Marvel comes out next week.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, we'll get back to the Comic Book Club with Fables #1. We talked about that last week, if y'all didn't remember. And then we're going to hop into, like, I don't know, Shazam and Hellboy and Detective Pikachu and all this stuff's rolling out. But yeah. Anyways,
Devil May Cry 5. I think I might buy that. That
What?
comes out on the 5th. Devil May Cry 5.
Oh,
That comes out next week. That comes out tomorrow.
not a fan of Devil May Fart in Your Face.
Continue.
Thank you so much
Fuck you.
for watching the show this week. Please remember, you can support us over at patreon.com/GCandC. For as little as $1 a month, you can help us make this product better.
$1.
We very much
Make Jeff holler.
that's right.
Make Jeff holler.
Takes
Grab
a
a lot of
$1.
cock.
Or me, I'll holler for it.
Drop
And as always, find us on Twitter at GCandC and join our Discord and Facebook groups. Just look us up, Games, Comics, and Culture, Comically Gaming. We're out there.
Everywhere.
Cool. You can get a T-shirt, a sticker. You get a hoodie.
Coffee
you can get a
mug.
coffee mug.
Coffee.
Anything you want with our faces on it. From the Games, Comics, and Culture store at teespring.com. You call it out, and we'll send it to you.
And if you've watched the beginning credits, the intro for this show, that awesome music was written by Fred Thomas, and the Games, Comic, and Culture logo was written and designed by Xee Reiter.
We'll see.
Thank you.
I wrote it. She did the art.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know
We'll
what I meant.
see.
She was art design.
Xee Reiter.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. for
thank
joining.
you.
Thank you, Cosmo.
All right, boom, boom. We're into the spoiler section.
Spoiler
Already.
alert. Spoiler alert.
If you've made it this far, thank you. And hopefully you've also watched Umbrella Academy #1 because we're about to go full spoilers into the first episode.
Don't confuse it with the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, not Resident Evil.
I'm scared to give my
There's no zombies.
opinion because I'm scared.
I'll
think
give
Nate-
mine to start.
I think Nate. Yeah, you go first, Corey, and then Nate, and then I'll give my opinion.
That's good. I'll give my opinion. I really like it. I like it a lot. I think the family's cool. I like the twist at the end that they're gonna die in 8 days. It's gonna be the apocalypse. And I really like Ellen Page, I think is her name. The chick from Juno. She's super cool. And
I liked her awkward dance. That was the
yeah,
highlight of the
I
show for me.
loved that dance
I
scene
did
in
too.
general.
I've seen
that
it.
was awesome. Like, and I heard a lot of people liked the show, and Nate, you were saying that it looked kind of too
High schooly.
TV or like high schooly, and it's not at all. After watching it, it's not.
That's not what I said.
But he thought
I
it was
was wrong.
Cloak and Dagger vein, like
Right.
teen
But
romance.
this is
No, that's not what I meant. That
I-
might have been what I said. That's not what I meant.
It is what you said. It may not have been what
Yeah.
you said. But I really like it. I put it, a step below Legion, but a step above Netflix, almost, to be honest. I think it's...
The Marvel shows, you mean?
Marvel shows on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's I thought it was really cool. I like their fucked up family and the story behind it, and
Soundtrack was
it
great.
was just great. The dance was great. And then they ended it with the
They might be giants.
it's gonna be ended in they might be giants, and
It's stuck in my head all
the
night.
world's gonna end in 8 days. So I liked it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna continue watching it. What do you guys think?
I don't know if I'll continue watching it. I probably will. I think, like you say, it's definitely better than the Marvel shows, standing on its own. And I still might watch Daredevil and not the rest of this because I'm a Daredevil fan, right? And for this, whatever. I thought it was good. I also thought that if you're going to do a story like this, you need to differentiate it more from the X-Men than this did. Like, you either go like way darker or way different. But to me, like, knowing nothing about the source material and just watching this show, I felt like the first thought going through my head is this is an X-Men ripoff. And then I thought, like, okay, the quality of this is pretty good, and I like these actors, so what are they going to do to differentiate themselves from the X-Men? And then they kind of never did. So that's my only critique. I still think it was good, not great. I give it like a 7.5. What's that?
They're the 8 X-Men in the world of non-X-Men, so they're automatically.
Well, except there's more, right? Because there were like 45 kids born that day or whatever, and he only was able to buy the 7 of them or whatever. So there's more out there.
There was 12 kids.
I thought there was 40 something.
12.
There is 40 something.
Yeah, it's 40 something. Yeah.
But no, the 12 is what he bought the 12 kids.
7 of
12. He bought 7.
But there's 40 something kids born on that day.
Yeah, without
to women across the world
that weren't pregnant. Yeah.
It was a weird start to the episode, with her jumping in the pool. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I really liked it.
I liked it, and the dance scene really put it over the edge for me. That's honestly what tipped it off for me. I was like, this is cool. This is cool. This is, it's not bad. And then when she started dancing with her awkward ass dance, I was like, that's fucking awesome, actually.
Nobody's read the comic, right?
Oh.
Okay. So it's Umbrella Academy was put out by Dark Horse. I don't remember. I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago. It's Gerard Way and Gabriel Ba are the 2 creators of it. I haven't read it, but it had critical acclaim when it came out. It's supposed to be really good. So that has me interested. It's weird. It felt like Wes Anderson meets X-Men. It had almost a Watchmen flavor to it a little bit at times. I mean the movie, Watchmen the movie, not the book. But the soundtrack was great. It has enough there to keep me interested for sure. And I'm watching that at the same time that I'm watching Deadly Class, and I was like, which one do I like better? Because they're super similar. And I had to give it to Umbrella Academy by significant margin because of the stylings in it. I do see the X-Men comparisons, but I feel like it's a little more offbeat than the X-Men are. It's not like a straight super.
And they hide their powers. Most of them don't even use their powers, or they don't want to.
There's an edge there with like their relationships with each other. It was
like the druggy guy can't use his powers when he's fucked up, and he's always fucked up. So.
Yeah, I just like that he's talking to the ghost the whole time,
Yeah, when he's talking to his brother at the end there. Yeah.
Yes.
He's the only one who sees his brother. That was sweet.
Yeah, there was little touches
a bunch of
like
cool
that.
stuff like that.
Yeah, there was touches like that played in it that kept me interested for sure. So I already started number 2. I'll probably finish it tonight.
Same.
But we're gonna see. I mean, this might have the same issue with the Netflix shows. I want to see how this plays out over a significant period of time in a series, because you can snare me in the episode 1 or 2, but you can also start sucking like episode 6, 7. Right. So I want to do a full report at the end of the season. But I like.
We'll do that.
See if we can get through it. Jeff, what do you think?
Wasn't a fan of it.
No.
No, it didn't. I didn't like that dance theme. I didn't.
Come on.
I didn't.
Come on. You had to like the dance.
You were in a bad mood then.
No,
it's also Breakfast Clubby. That's what it reminded me of.
That's what I thought. I thought it was very Breakfast Club.
Well, what do you got against the Breakfast Club?
I like the Breakfast Club.
Well, then
I don't know. It was too weird for me. I don't like Ellen Page personally because I saw her as Juno in that movie. In that show, and I like Juno 10 times better because I like the writing of that show. I just didn't like her stiff acting. I didn't like her acting. I love the cinematography though.
If it was on CBS, would you like it?
No. I like the cinematography of it, the way that they framed.
You would if it was a series?
The way they framed the shot of the dance when they zoomed out to the house and it was the cutaway.
That's that Wes Anderson thing. Yeah,
really
that's
cool.
what.
As long as
yeah,
And the scene when they're doing the memorial service where it was top down of the courtyard.
yeah,
And
the rain coming around it.
And the rain coming around it, and it just that was really awesome. But I don't know. I don't know if I was in a bad mood this morning because it's fucking below zero, and we have 40 inches
Yeah, you
of
get the
snow.
Minnesota winter pass, Jeff.
And I don't know. I'll watch it because I'm intrigued of why he saw the end of the world in 8 days.
Right. That's the hook.
And
That he
was
can
gone
jump
for
through time.
And he was gone for 17 years. And yet
Yes.
he says it'll end in 8 days. So it was
He's
like,
got a 53-year-old conscience.
Yeah, what were you doing for
Beyond the
fucking
Dance?
17 years if you saw it 8 days?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Yes,
There's
Beyond the
good
Dance
thought,
scene
though.
just looking cool though. It
It's-
had like a cool meaning. Like it was, he had just accused them all of possibly murdering his dad, and then he turned up the music, and they were all super into it. Like it just had such a good vibe to it.
Tiffany. That was Tiffany, by the
It
way.
was.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
My sister used to jam some Tiffany.
hell yeah.
I heard that song plenty
the
of
mall
times.
queen.
Yeah.
She's queen of the malls.
And her battle against Debbie Gibson.
Yeah, I was more of a Debbie guy myself, but I like both. But the actress who played the movie star sister,
Yeah, Allison.
thumbs up on that. Absolutely, bravo.
Right.
I mean, I
Great.
do want to find out why why he was on the moon. I was really curious.
Yeah, they
about
haven't
that.
really said that.
Yeah,
Damn.
where he
They
was.
showed
It's
that.
like, what are you doing?
He had some
Yeah,
They
body.
stopped taking his trash.
Cause no one's
Yeah.
taking his trash, and he had that lawn chair sitting out there where he just chilled. I guess I don't know.
Speaking of Guillermo del Toro, that guy's body dysmorphia reminded me of del Toro a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see all
The
the
fact
hair
that-
sticking out when she cut his arm?
yeah.
Yeah.
And they had-
Yeah.
Did,
You notice he
his
was,
dad try and combine him with the gorilla? That's my question, because he has the monkey dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the
The
monkey, dude.
chimpanzee. Yeah.
That CGI for that was incredible. I was like, look at this shit. You would think in a series
Yeah.
that the CGI would kind of slack or maybe not be as great, but I was fascinated by that. I was like, look at the little hairs on his head and his fur and everything. Just thought that was incredible.
Well, what got me though is Netflix said it was a 99% match, and
For you?
that's higher than Bird Box. Bird Box was at 98% for me, and I'm like, wait,
But that
Should be higher than Bird Box.
that match shit. Ugh.
well, didn't you listen to Scary Thoughts about Bird Box? The reason why it's 98%.
I did not.
Oh,
No.
What is it?
it's because they said Chad and
Mark.
Mark were saying that they basically it was like they used this algorithm to make the movie so that it keyed into 98% of everyone's likes on Netflix, and that's why it popped
That's
up.
probably true.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
That's
know.
it. That's
I'll watch episode 2 just to see if it's like a out of control downhill flaming pile of dog shit or if it gets better.
I started episode 2. It's good so far. I mean, it's
I like
it's
it
just
so
like
far
the
as well.
the first one. Yeah.
That's it. Comically Gaming 132. Thanks for watching, everyone. We
Yep.
love you.
We
And,
love you.
You're great. You're great watchers, and please come back next week.
And
Listeners.
See ya.
Listeners.
And
Yeah.
listeners.
And listeners. We love you.